Yeah, this one gets a little spicy. What's up, guys? Welcome back to RSR. We are at Road Atlanta in the Porsche Cup. We're starting P11 in this one, car 24, so hopefully we can do some punching up here. Waiting for the lights, and here we go. We get a decent start off the line. You can hear the spotter that the carnage has already begun back behind us. We tuck in for turn one here, just trying to stay out of trouble, and as we begin to ascend up the hill, you can see the cars off to the left already. That's Colin Queen in the green car. We are able to get past, and we're going to take it nice and easy here as we go back down the hill behind Jordan Baru. This is a tricky circuit at the best of times, but at night, in the rain, in these Porsche Cup cars with no traction control, no ABS, this is a whole different beast. That curb there specifically on the outside of turn 5 is a real test of how risky do you want to get in these wet conditions. The three cars ahead all jockeying for position at the bottom of the hill. We're going to hang back a bit, see how this all plays out, and possibly see if we can pick up a freebie here. But it looks like everybody's playing nice as we make that long run down the back stretch to the turn 10 chicane. Just look at that spray coming off the cars ahead. It's almost going to be a guessing game here as we get down to turn 10 on where the braking markers are going to be at. We're going to stop a little early. We're hard on the brakes into the chicane. Looks like everyone made it through cleanly, and we will file in behind Powell here to finish up lap 1. My goal here isn't really to fight with these cars in front, but mainly just to stay with them. Hopefully put a little gap between myself and the cars behind here. If we're able to get that done and we can build a little bit of a gap, top 10 I think would definitely be welcomed and on the cards here. As we continue to follow Powell up through turn 2, we're going to move ahead to lap 3, and unfortunately as we begin lap 3, it looks like we have lost touch with the cars in front. My best bet here is if they get into a little bit of a scrap at the bottom of the hill, and maybe we can close things back up. As we make this right-hander into turn 2, you can see behind Dominic Barbagallo is starting to close on us as we are losing touch with Powell. He is starting to get in touch with us as we come through the S's here towards turn 5. We're gonna go up and over the crest, and it looks like, yes, there's gonna be a car off to the left here. That's Powell who's lost it, but there's no time to worry about that as Barbagallo is all over the back of our car. He's going to dive down to the inside here in turn 6. He's going to hold it through turn 7, and we're able to stick with him. And it looks like it is going to be a drag race down the back stretch here towards turn 10. As we cross under the Motul Bridge here, we are going to have the preferred line for turn 10. We are going to stick it to the left side of the track. See how brave we can be when we get down on the brakes here. He's going to leave a little deeper than we are. It looks like he's going to get the move done, but he goes in too deep, and we are able to get the position back as we head up towards the Fox Factory Bridge. And that's going to give us a little time to take a look back at that incident with Powell in turn 5. As I mentioned earlier, this is a really tough spot on this track, especially in the wet. The car really becomes unsettled on that curb, and as you can see, once you lose it there is just not much you're going to be able to do to save it, and unfortunately his race is going to be over. Let's pick up the action here on lap 4, and as you can see, Dominic Barbagallo is still trying to get around us. This time he's going to check on the outside of turn 6. We're going to be able to hold him off, but it looks like, yes, there's a spin up ahead. It's Adams as he's parked on the apex. I'm forced to go wide, and that's going to put me under immediate pressure from behind. Unfortunately, we spin the wheels coming out of turn 7, and we are a sitting duck. Barbagallo gets past. Enrique Ferreira is going to blow by us as well, and now Douglas Chase looks like he's going to have a go on the outside of turn 10. He's going to be late on the brakes, and he is going to be passed. But it looks like he's going to get into Ferreira. This is going to give us an opportunity going back up the hill. We are going to cut to the right side under the Fox Factory Bridge. That's going to give us the inside for the last turn. But unfortunately, we have it coming together, and we cannot get away from each other. here. Going into the last turn, he cuts across again. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Like two magnets stuck to the car. As we go down into turn 1, hopefully now that we have the inside, we're going to be able to get away from, but he cuts across again in turn 1. Oh my goodness, we are just going to pile on the brakes and let him go. A frantic finish there to lap 4, and there is a lot to discuss there. Let's start with the contact between Adams and Conway here. Adams in an unfortunate spot as we come through, but he gets it moved off the apex for those behind. Heads up by him to do that. Unfortunate timing for us. Further ahead, just an insane amount of contact here between myself and Chase. First onto the Fox Bridge, where it didn't seem to me like he was taking the racing line there. We have a little coming together. We bump down into turn 12. I don't really have any idea what this was all about. I was pretty parked on the curb. Possibly didn't know that I was still there. I'm not really sure. And then again into turn 1, I'm anticipating him going a little bit wider on the racing line, and it looked like he kind of pinched me down to the curb there. I'm just not real sure. Here's another look from my hood cam. Curious on your thoughts as you watch this. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on these incidents. And hey, if I'm wrong, I'm happy to hold my hands up. But it seemed like some pretty erratic driving from me when I was in the cockpit at the time. But again, there's two sides to every story, and could be wrong on this one. Let me know. We'll fast forward here, coming towards the line for lap 7, and we are still stuck behind Douglas Chase. I really want to make a push to get around him, as I think I am the faster driver, but his driving style here is making it really tough to find a spot to make a clean move. After our repeated contact earlier, I do not want to make a pass that's going to be any more difficult than it needs to be here. As we head up towards turn 2, I take a look towards the inside, think better of it. That's not a move that I'm going to be able to get done, and we're going to come down through the S's. My goal is to stay as close as possible to Chase here and hopefully make a run into turn 6 and finish it up in turn 7 if I need to. As we come through turn 5, looks like he gets a little squirrely here out on the curb, and this is going to be my chance. We are going to stick the car to the right, and we are going to lunge down the inside into turn 6. How brave can we be on the brakes here? We're able to get it slowed, hold the apex. We're going to fade a little bit to the inside on turn 7, and we are finally able to get the move done here. I feel like that might have been one of my few chances to make something happen, so really had to go for it there. That's going to move us up to P15, and hopefully with that move, I feel like I've got a little bit of pace here. That's going to give us an opportunity to put some pressure on Alvarez and Valentine up ahead. And as we move on to lap 11 here, we've actually cut a significant amount of time out of Valentine. 3 seconds over the last 3 laps, and we are now within 5/10 as we barrel down towards turn 1. But as we know, catching a driver is one thing, passing is quite another. As we come up the hill towards turn 2, I'm just going to tuck it in here and hopefully follow him down the hill through the S's. I'm planning on the same move into turn 6 that I put on Chase just a little bit ago. If I'm able to keep it close, and maybe with a little bit of luck, we can get another good run here. It looks like coming out of turn 5, Valentine up on the curve. Oh, he gets a little squirrely, he loses it! Towards the inside, we are going to try and get out of the way there, but there was just not enough time, especially in these wet conditions, to get around him. We do come out the better of the two and are able to get the move done into turn 6, and that is going to put us squarely behind Alvarez. It has to be said that that was a great save from Valentine to get that thing pointed in the right direction again. I thought for sure that he was going to be heading straight for the barrier. His correction actually caught me out a little bit. You can see on my suspension cam, I have the wheels pointed to the right, but just no grip at all on this wet surface. I did get on chat, got a chance to apologize to him there. Definitely did not mean to drive through him. And we move on to the final lap. Alvarez unfortunately was able to stretch the gap out to over 2 seconds on us. And as we come under the Fox Factory Bridge for the final time, we will come home with a salvaged P12 in this one. Amazingly, after all that, we still managed to gain the slightest bit of iRating here, and we will take that with us. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. If you did, leave a like, and I'll catch you on the next one.